Hi everyone, I am teacher Kalim. Welcome back to my English channel Easy English 101. If you are really interested to speed up your English level, please stick to my channel. Believe me, you are on the right spot. But make sure you should hang with me till the end of this video lesson so that you can able to learn a lot about articles, which is our today's main topic, how to use them accurately and with confidence. Okay. First of all, what do you mean? What are articles? There are three articles. One is not a, and the third one is the. Three articles are there, and we use them frequently in conversation, in writing, in reading. Okay, even though they are very little, tiny, they are little words, but they play a major role in English language, and we can't undermine that one. Okay, when we use them in our conversation, in writing, our English sounds natural. It sounds natural. Okay, and we'll study one by one. Okay, first and an. These are the two articles, and the third one is the. Okay, we'll focus only for this and an. Okay, after that we'll study about the third article. Okay, so this and an, they are indefinite articles. They are indefinite articles. Articles. Indefinite means any general, means random, generic. Okay, any. And the article, the third one is, it is a definite, it's a specific, and this and an, they are indefinite articles. Any articles, they are non-specific. They are not specific. Okay, let me explain you with examples. Okay, and an, they are two articles. Okay, its hidden meaning, it is understood meaning is one. Its understood meaning is one. Why one? Because we use, this is a very important information, we use and an only for singular countable nouns. Only for singular countable nouns. What do you mean by that? Singular countable nouns, the nouns which we can count with numbers 1, 2, 3, like that. For example, here it is a marker, so a marker means one marker. Okay, and now I got two, so we can count these markers. So this is an countable noun. This is an countable noun, like that. This bird. Okay, this bird, it is also a countable. Okay, we can count one bird, two bird, like that. Okay, so we use and an for only countable nouns, and it should be singular. It should be singular. That is the key, and it is a very important, and you should lock it in your memory. Okay, first one is, it is understood meaning is an, and understood meaning is one. Now then, what is the difference? If they both are considered to be one, then what is the difference? And an. Here there is difference in usage, how we have to use them. How to use them, let me explain you. And this article we use them with vowel sounds. Not only vowels, vowel sounds. What are our vowels? With vowel sounds, and vowels are A, E, I, O, U. There are five vowels are there. In English grammar. Okay, now we use an article when a singular countable noun starts with these letters, vowels. Okay, they should produce vowel sounds. So that for that singular countable nouns we have to place an. How come it is? I will show you. when a singular countable noun starts with a, then for example ant is there, ant, we have to place an ant. For example I, so we have to place an article like that. I, for example ice cream, an ice cream. And for a, like the orange is there, okay, an orange, okay. And you for, this is umbrella, an umbrella, okay. All this we have to use with the nouns, okay. Why we use articles? We use articles to describe nouns. And the another first rule is it should be used for only singular countable nouns. And another thing, another rule, we should not use these indefinite articles and an with uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns means which are not countable with numbers 1, 2, 3. Like for example milk is there, we can't count, okay, 1 milk, 2 milk. And abstract nouns are there, for example knowledge, hate, love, everything we can't count with numbers 1 love, 2 love, 1 hate, 2 hate, like that. And water, we can't count water, 1 water, 2 water. So all these are uncountable nouns, so we should not use with these articles and an. That is the key, that is the second rule, okay. And the third one is, it should produce, and the main rule is it should produce vowel sounds. It should produce vowel sound. Why I am repeating again and again? Because some vowels are there. They when we use in some nouns, they produce consonant sounds. I will explain you, okay, later in this video. Now, when we have to use now you have learned when to use an. Now we are going to learn how to use, when to use we use with the nouns, with the singular countable nouns which starts with consonants, consonant sounds. What are consonants? Consonants, there are 24 or 27 alphabets are there, A to Z, okay. If you remove this, if you delete this one, A, E, I, O, U, 5 alphabets, the rest are consonants, like B, G, Z, Y, everything, okay. And we use article, the nouns which starts with, the first acronym starts with consonants. For example, dog, or dog, we call it as or dog, okay. Now cat, or cat, like that. There are so many singular countable nouns which starts with this consonant sounds, but you should not use with plural nouns, because it is a and an we will use only for singular countable nouns, okay. We should not use with uncountable nouns, we should not use with plural nouns, okay. That also a rule and you should follow it. So now you got the idea, how to use this and an, when to use. Now the second one is where the difference exists in the sounds, okay. There is little bit confusion in the students, okay, for the beginners, okay. There are some nouns which starts with consonants but they produce vowel sound, and on the other side there are some countable nouns are there which they starts with vowels but they produce consonant sound. I will explain you with example. Please, if you want to write it down, pause the video and write it, okay. At the end of this video lesson I will give you notes, okay, the bullet points, the important points regarding this a and an article, okay. For example, UHM. Okay, it is a vowel. We know it. Okay, and H is a, for example, consonant. It is a consonant, and this also consonant. Okay, there are some nouns. There are some nouns which starts with vowel U letter, but they produce an consonant sound. For example, U. For example, this university. And which article we have to produce? If you go according to the first letter of the acronym with the letter, we have to place what? An. Okay, because vowel, if the we have to use an article. So for you, I have placed an. Is it correct? No, it is not correct. Why it is not correct? Because here it is a vowel, but it is producing a consonant sound. Which sound? It looks like U, not it is. You have two sounds, two pronunciations. One is U, one is A. But here U means, if you write it in the long form, you say Y-O-U. So it is producing the sound of Y, not U. So Y is the consonant. So you should not write an here. You should use a university. Like that. For example, H. For example, if I want to use article for the history, and how the sound of this first letter acronym H is, we are getting ha. It is a correct sound. So we have to write a history, not an history. But in case, for example, if I write this word, our. Now read this one. How that sound, the acronym, the first letter, how it will produce its sound. It produce sounds. No, in H is muted here. We are not producing this sound of this H, but we are producing O sound. Our. We are ignoring this one and we are using O. Our. So for O, because H is silent, H is muted here, so we are using O. So for that O vowel, which we have to use an hour. Like that. For example, haircut also there. Okay, here we will produce a haircut. It is correct one, but we are muting this H sound. We are not producing this sound. We are producing O sound. So an hour, not hour. Okay, an hour. Like that. For M, mango. Which is the correct article for this? M is the first letter and it is a consonant. So we'll use a mango. It is a correct one. Okay, it is correct one. But if I write this like MA means this is a master's degree. Okay, after BA we'll do MA. Now which article I have to use for this? M. Here I will use an article. Why, sir? Because M, it is not the sound of M sound. It is producing E sound. Okay, A sound, E sound, not A sound. Okay. For example, here mango, ma sound. It is a correct one. So according to the sounds, we have to place the article. We have to choose the articles. Here it is producing the exact sound of M, ma, mango, A. And M is the consonant. But here ma, we are not producing that ma, M sound, but we are producing which sound? A sound. Ma. So for M, if you write like this, for For M, it is like this you have to write. Okay, if you have to write in the long form, you have to write M. So for E is the first letter. E is the first letter. So we are producing E sound, not M sound. And here in the mango we are producing M sound. It is correct. So we have placed consonant. According to consonant, article is exist and we have placed here. But in this one, E sound we are getting. So we have to place an MA. And MA. Like this we have to, some few letters are there. Don't get confused. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me explain you again. Okay, some alphabets are there which are consonants but they produce vowel sound, and some vowels are there which produce consonant sounds. Okay, there are few. Don't worry about that. Okay. The next one is which article we have to use? Or an. Which article we have to use when a noun, listen carefully, when a noun follows adjective. Adjectives also, they describe nouns like articles. Okay. If an adjective follows the noun, which article we have to place? For example, I will show you. This. If the noun is apartment, the noun is apartment. Apartment is a noun. It is a countable noun. Yes, one apartment, two apartment, we can count it easily. For this, which article I have to use? The first letter of this is, the first acronym of this is A. So we have to use an article. It is a correct one. But in case, if I write a big apartment, now what is this big stand for? It is an adjective. It describes the apartment. How that apartment looks like? It looks big. It is a bigger one. So it is an adjective. It is an adjective because it is describing the noun. So this one is an adjective. Now, if adjective comes before noun, before this apartment, this is an adjective, like old building, big building, all these are adjectives. Okay, big. So the first letter, the acronym of this big is B. And B is a consonant one. B is consonant one. Yes or no? So according to the first letter of the adjective, we have to choose the article. Okay, here B is the consonant one, so here we should not write, and we have to write a big apartment. Before it was right when big is not there, an apartment is correct. Now big is there, so first letter we have to choose from that adjective. Okay. Another example for movie. This is a movie is a noun. Movie is a noun. Yes or no? Now, which article I have to place? Because for M I have to place a movie. It is a correct one. But if I write like this, interesting movie. Now, which article I have to choose? Which article I have to place? This is a noun. And what about this? This is a interesting. It's describing the noun movie. So a word which describes a noun is called an adjective. Okay, adjective. So interesting is an adjective. It is an adjective. And according to the rule, which letter we have to follow? The first acronym, the first letter of this adjective is I. So we have to choose, we have to select according to this I, and I is the vowel, not a consonant. Okay, M is a consonant, but I is the vowel, so we have to write an interesting movie. An interesting movie. That's it. Okay. This 2-3 types, 2-3 rules we have learned. Now the final one is final. This is the most important one among these all. We use articles. Okay, listen carefully. We use articles. Okay, like how to use all this we have learned. But the main, we use articles in conversation. Okay, while we are speaking to someone. Okay, when the listener, he is aware, he is unaware, he is not aware with the noun which we are going to introduce him. That time we have to place a or an according to that noun. What do you mean by that? I will explain with an example. For example, I saw an accident. I saw an accident. Because here I saw an accident. So an is an adjective. An is an article. Why I use an article? An accident is a noun. Because I use an, because it is the first letter, the acronym, the first letter is vowel. Okay. Now, in case if I write like this, the accident is terrible. Okay, the accident is terrible means the accident is very horrible one. So here I mention an in the first sentence, but in the second sentence I have omitted this an and I have placed the. This is the third article, the. So there are three, a, and this one is the article. So why I have written this one, the? Because in the first sentence I use an indefinite article. Indefinite article. Because the listener to whom I am conveying this information, because he doesn't know about that accident, and I told him that, hey Anil, I saw an accident, because he is unaware with that information. First time he is getting that information. So I use an article, that is indefinite one. If the acronym is, the first letter is consonant, we use a, but this a and an, it is an indefinite article. When I use indefinite articles, when our listener, okay, to whom we conveying the information about this noun, and he doesn't know about that, so that time I will use indefinite article, either a or an, which is up to that noun. Okay. Now in the second sentence, he had the awareness. Now he got the awareness about this accident. Now I use the, because he already knows about that accident, about that information. This is the first information. In the introduction I use an indefinite article. In the second time, if I use that same noun, accident, then I had to use the article, that is specific. Now this is a definite one. So what you have learned from this one, when our listener didn't know about that noun, here the accident, if the noun is different, for example watch, whatever it may be, we have to use that article according to that first letter. Okay. If he doesn't know about that noun, that is the first information he is getting, and I am conveying that first information, then we have to use indefinite article. But he already knows about that noun, then I will use the article, specific. This is the important rule. Okay, that you have to remember this one. Now I think you got the idea about this, all this. Okay, shall I repeat this one with one more example? Let me. I planted a the mangoes are sweet. For example, here I planted a mango tree. A mango tree. Now I used the article in the second sentence. Why? This is the first time I have introduced to my reader. Okay, so that's why I used a mango. This is a definite article. Indefinite. Sorry, this is a indefinite. Indefinite means any, general, a and n. Okay, and in the second sentence, my reader to whom I am writing this one, he is aware with this noun. Okay, mango tree. So I use the. Now it is definite. Now he got the idea about this mango tree. And before that, in the first information when I introduce, at that time he doesn't know about this, the reader. Now he got. Now he is aware with that. So I use the specific one. Like this, we have to use a and n and the when it is definite. So we will talk little about this. The. Okay, the we use for singular nouns. Okay, and you can use it for plural nouns, and even you can use it for uncountable nouns. Even you can use for uncountable nouns. Plural and uncountable. This is the. The is a definite article. It is a definite article. Specific. And for example, singular nouns, we can use the article with singular nouns, plural nouns, and uncountable nouns. And there are so many reasons when we are not to use the. Okay, when we are not to use any article, like zero article. Okay, all that we will study in the separate video, because I don't want to overload your brain with too much stuff at the same time. Okay. For singular nouns, we can use the. For plural nouns, we can use the. For uncountable nouns, we can use the. For example, bus. Bus is the singular noun. So, a bus. And for plural nouns, we can use the buses. The. We can. Sorry. The bus. The buses. The journey. The journey. This is a. Journey is a uncountable noun. This is a countable noun. Okay, and this is a plural one. This is a plural one. So the good news is we can use for singular nouns, for plural nouns, and for also uncountable nouns. Okay, and we'll discuss more about that the article in the next video, separate video. And I highly recommend you, please, if you want to be good at English, you should build a strong grip on your basics. Okay, if not, it is difficult to reach up to higher level, or to improve your English level. So, but if you want notes, I will give you. Okay, and also if you want exercise, you click in the Google. Okay, go and type it, article exercise. You will get plenty of that, and you can choose any one. Okay, you practice it. Practice makes man perfect. Okay, let it be. Now you have spent your precious time with me. So I am very, very thankful to you. So see you. I will meet you in the next video. Okay, thank you.